Hi guys, I hope that you're all having a fabulous day. Welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. It's been about a month since the last time that I was on here, but honestly, it feels like it's been years. As many of you guys know, I was helping out a family member through a very difficult time, and I'm so happy that I was able to be there for them. Plus, you guys know that when it comes to family for myself, everything pretty much stops. So between flying back and forth, I didn't get a chance to do any type of filming or anything like that. I was actually off of all of my socials, and it was not my intention to leave you guys high and dry. But now that everything is pretty much back to normal, I thought I would jump back into the swing of things by doing I wouldn't say a first impression because I've had this bag for a little bit now, but more so like a handbag chat. Is it worth it? And my thoughts on the Saint Laurent LouLou in the size small in the black leather with the silver hardware. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Now this bag I haven't shared with you guys on my channel. I didn't do an unboxing. I didn't do a reveal. I actually did an unboxing on Instagram, what seems like 100 years ago now. But this is a bag that we have talked about many of times on my channel. Whether it was on Minx Monday or handbag of the week or what have you, this is a bag that has come up quite a bit. And even though I always appreciated it and I always appreciated what it brought to the table, it's a bag that I saw, but I didn't really see. You know what I mean? I know that might sound a little bit silly, but it's almost like I saw it there and I would kind of glaze over it and not really pay attention to it. And it wasn't until late last year and earlier this year that I became obsessed with it. And I even talked about it in my handbags on my radar video earlier this year. But it's crazy because after all this time, like I finally see it for what it is. And it's like, where has this bag been all of my life? And I had so many of you guys tell me about it. You're like, Minnie, you have to check it out. Minnie this, Minnie that. And I don't know, like I didn't get it through my head. Have you guys ever had that happen with a bag? It's like you're discovering it for the first time. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have ever had that happen. But now that I have it in my possession, I actually got it, I think I've had it for about 2.5 months now. Not 3 months, yeah, about 2 months now. And I was able to get it before the price increase because now this bag retails, this is the size small as I said before, now this bag retails for $25.90 here in the States, and I was able to get it for $21.90 or $21.50, whatever it was. So I was very happy that I was able to get it before the price increase. Now, I have seen so many videos on this bag. I mean, I researched it to death. Once I get obsessed with the bag, I feel like I'm constantly stalking the internet for like videos and pictures and reviews. And pretty much every review that I saw on YouTube or every review that I read raved about this bag. People were like, it's one of my most used bags. It's amazing. It's this. It's a bag that I gravitate more towards than the ones that are 2-3 times the price. So you know, when I'm reading all these things, I had really, really high hopes for this bag. And I'm like, oh man, it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Plus, it has an amazing price point. So now that I've had the bag, and like I said, I've had it for a little over 2 months or what have you, I now see what the buzz was about. And this bag has exceeded my expectations by a long shot. It is insane. So I go back to what I said before. Where has this bag been all of my life? It is absolutely incredible. Now, initially, I thought about going for this bag in the CREMA with the silver hardware. I purchased it, and when I opened up the box, it didn't spark the joy that I thought it would. And I knew that the white was a little bit on the cooler side, but because the color is in between gray and white, to me, it definitely leaned more towards gray than white. So I returned it, and my second choice was black. I don't think anybody is surprised by that because we all know how I feel about black handbags. They will forever be my jam. But I definitely knew that I wanted it in the silver hardware because the majority of my black handbags do have gold or champagne gold hardware. So having the silver for me was a really nice change. Plus, I've said this before that when it comes to silver hardware and it's paired with black, I think that you can definitely dress it up and dress it down, but I really like the casual element that it gives the bag as well. But I love the fact that you have so many different colors that you can pick from when it comes to this bag. It's not like it's limited to just black or beige or white. I mean, you can either go for this bag in burgundy and teal. They have this beautiful yellow. It's almost not a mustard yellow, but it's this gorgeous yellow. I mean, they have like 4 different kinds of beige, but there's just so many different different combinations that you can go for. But this bag is ridiculously comfortable, ridiculously comfortable. Even when I have it fully loaded, it's not uncomfortable. I can use it for extended periods of time, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But this leather, my goodness, this leather is absolutely amazing, because look at this. It's squishy soft, it's very comfortable, but you can also feel the durability that it has. It's not the type of leather that's so soft that you don't even want to touch it because you think it's going to fall apart, or you only look at it from afar because you think that you're going to scratch it. Definitely not. So it's soft, but again, it has that durability that you can absolutely feel. And I've had this bag, like I said before, for a little over 2 months, 2.5 months, and I have put it through the ringer, and I haven't had any scratches whatsoever. I don't have any corner wear, and at first I thought that maybe the fact that it didn't have feet might be a little bit of a problem. I might end up getting a lot of scratches on here, but that has not been the case. Again, I haven't had it, you know, for years or anything like that either, so please keep that in mind. The hardware, no issues there, no hairline scratches, absolutely nothing. But let me just cool it for just a second. Let me give you guys a really quick tour of it, and then we can continue on. But as I said, this is the LouLou in the size small in the black leather with the silver hardware. Now the silver hardware, it's a little bit shinier than ruthenium hardware, but it's a little bit more aged, and I say that very loosely. It's a little bit more matte than the silver, than the shiny silver hardware that Chanel has. So it's right around there. It's not like this really bright chrome looking type of silver hardware, which I really like, again, because I think it gives it a little bit more of that casual vibe. But here is the front side. There is the side view, the back view. There are no pockets. Another side view on the bottom. As I said, it does not have any feet. And on the top, you do have 4 grommets, which allow you to use the bag either with the chain straps doubled up, or if you wanted to use them on one single chain, which I think is awesome. And it also has this little leather tab that says Saint Laurent Paris at the very top for added comfort if you wanted to use it crossbody or on your shoulder, what have you. So I love the fact that you have so many different ways of carrying this bag. As I said before, crossbody on your shoulder, if you want to hand carry it doubled up, I think it's fabulous. And then to open it up, you have a snap button closure, and on the snap button it says Saint Laurent Paris, and on the inside, there we go. So you have one open compartment. This compartment is a little bit bigger than the one in the back. You have a zippered compartment, another open compartment, and then a little slip pocket there. So even though this is the small size, because I also looked at the medium, but the medium for myself is quite massive, and I really like the size of the small. I'll put the measurements on here if you guys are interested. And I really like the size. I don't think it's too big. I don't think it's too small. And much to my surprise, I'm able to fit all of my daily essentials and then some. And we're even talking about items that are full-size items. I don't have to go for the itty-bitty compact SLGs that I have in my collection either. So I love this size. I personally think it's more of a medium-sized bag than it would be a small. I also forgot to mention the weight of this bag. This bag weighs in at 1 pound, 7.2 ounces. So if you start to kind of pack it in there, you're talking about a handbag that will weigh over 2 pounds. And even with it weighing 2 pounds or 2.5 pounds, because we all know I have a tendency to sometimes overstuff my bags, even with that said, it doesn't feel like I'm carrying around a brick. I think it's because the leather itself is very lightweight. It doesn't feel like a very heavy bag. So again, for me personally, it doesn't feel like it's uncomfortable. I've used it for extended periods of time, whether it was crossbody or doubled up on my shoulder. I didn't feel that the straps were digging into my skin either. Again, this has just been my experience. I also wanted to point out one other thing when it comes to this beautiful leather. As you guys can see, these little puffs or these quilts on mine are not 100% puffy. I've seen some in pictures, I've seen some in videos where they are absolutely 100% puffy and it looks gorgeous. But mine, that is not the case. I have some indentations. I have quite a bit of wrinkling. As I said before, I have not babied this bag. I have put it through the ringer, and you can definitely see more of these these wrinkles back here. And I think as time goes by and the more that I use it, I think that it's gonna become a little bit more relaxed, not to the point where it's just gonna be completely slouchy and it's gonna fall apart and just look like a beautiful mess. Definitely not. But I do think that it's going to relax. In a sense, it reminds me of the Chanel Reissue, because the Chanel Reissue, the more and more that you use it, the more wrinkles you see, the more relaxed it gets. I love that aspect of that bag. I don't think it's gonna get to that degree when it comes to the LouLou. Absolutely not. But again, I do think that it has a little bit more of that relaxed look, and I welcome it. I like it because I think it gives it a little bit more of a casual feel. But whether these quilts are 100% puffy or if they look like mine, it doesn't matter. I think this bag is beyond fabulous. Beyond fabulous. It also seems like the puffs or the quilts on the toy LouLou, which is a size smaller than this one, seem to be a lot more prominent. They seem to be a lot puffier than they are on the small or even the medium. And for me personally, I do prefer to use this bag doubled up. Sometimes I'll use it on one single strap, but I really like where this lands on me. I think it's very comfortable. It doesn't roll off of my shoulder. I mean, whether I have bare shoulders or whether I have a t-shirt or what have you, it doesn't roll off of my shoulder or anything like that. It's very comfortable. And as I said before, I have definitely been able to use this for extended periods of time, whether I'm carrying a little bit more or whether I'm carrying a little bit less. So let me show you guys what I end up carrying in this bag. I'm gonna try to be as careful as I can with the chain so it doesn't make too much noise, but it is currently full. And as you can see, there are no funky lumps and bumps. I can still end up closing it. It's not awkward or anything like that either. So in here, there's a quick snapshot of what I got going on. And I still have plenty of space up here if I wanted to carry more lipsticks or if I wanted to carry another small leather good. So in the front pocket is where I like to go for my easy access items. So I'll have my cell phone, my keys. I will also have my card holder, my Chanel O case, which in this case serves as the other half of my wallet. Then I will also have 2 lipsticks. All right, so that's the front pocket. Then in the zipper compartment here, I do like to carry my round coin purse. And then in the back pocket, I do have my sunglasses. These are my Key Australias. You guys know I do prefer cheapy sunnies. I don't know, it just seems like they end up outlasting some of my more expensive ones. But these, sometimes I'll have them in the case. More often than not, they will be exactly the way that you guys see them now. So those are my sunglasses. Then I also have my Louis Vuitton key pouch. I also have it's hard to do this upside down. I also have my photo album and my mini pochette. And I don't carry anything in this little slip pocket here. But as you guys saw from the very beginning, I still had a little bit more space up there. And it just depends what it is that you want to carry. But this is fully loaded. And I think it's awesome. So it's definitely very, very spacious for a small bag. So needless to say, I'm a big fan of this bag. Whether you decide to go for it in the toy size, the small size, the medium size, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you decide to go for a neutral. It doesn't matter if you decide to go for a brighter color. I think that this bag is amazing all the way around. It offers so incredibly much. Just a quick recap. I mean, the fact that you have so much versatility, you can use it crossbody, on your shoulder, doubled up, hand carry. You can carry a little bit more, you can carry a little bit less. The fact that you can carry it for extended periods of time when you do have quite a few items in there and it's not uncomfortable. It's not heavy. The fact that this leather, you can feel the durability, but you can also feel the softness, I think is out of this world. This hardware is amazing as well because so far I haven't experienced any type of scratches as I said previously. And that's really been the case for me when it comes to Saint Laurent. I've never really had a lot of issues with their hardware. I've had some of their pieces for years and they still look as good as new. I've been a huge fan of Saint Laurent's pebbled leather. I think that it's one of the best leathers on the market because it is so incredibly durable. And I can honestly see this being a second just because, again, you can feel that durability, but you still have that softness that I absolutely love and appreciate. So I definitely see what the buzz is with this bag. I love the fact that, you know, it definitely lived up to its name. And even though it did have, you know, a recent price increase because it does come in at $25.90 here in the States. Even at that price point, I think that you're still getting a lot of bang for your buck. There are other handbags that I have within my collection that are a little bit more expensive than this bag, and I still see myself gravitating more towards this and some of the other ones. And it doesn't mean that I love them less, it just means that I just feel that much more comfortable with this bag, you know, and I think that that speaks volumes because $2,500 price point, it's still an amazing bag. You're getting a lot of quality. You're getting a great handbag. You're getting great leather, and the versatility, as I said before, is just amazing. It's not the type of bag that you can only carry one way or anything like that. So I love it. I absolutely love this bag. I can honestly see myself going for this in another color just because it's that incredible. So, you know, you guys were right. You guys were absolutely right. This bag is, I'm not going to say the greatest thing since sliced bread because because I don't like it when people say that. And I don't want to be one that does that either. But if you are in the market for a really great leather handbag that has amazing quality, that has an amazing price point, this is a perfect bag to go for. So in my opinion, is it worth it? Absolutely 100%. Because like I said before, I can only see my love continuing to grow the more and more that I use this bag. It is absolutely fantastic. So the Saint Laurent LouLou in the size small, in the black leather with the silver hardware. All right, you guys, so that does it for my video. I know that was a little bit more passionate, I guess. That's what happens when I'm pretty much not talking to anyone about handbags for like a month. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And let me know, do you guys like these types of handbag chats? It's not really like a formal review. It kind of gives you a little bit more backstory as to why I chose what I chose and stuff like that. I don't know, but let me know if you guys like this type of format. I don't know, I think that it's a little bit more personal. It's a little bit more like I can, like if you guys are in my room and we're talking about this bag, that's the kind of sense that I get. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But anywho, I digress. I'm talking your guys' ear off. But again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and I'll see you guys later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not, the choice is yours. Have a great day.